I need some water. I'm thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Excuse me. Water. Drink water and mind my business. That's what I do. What's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? Waiting for some of y'all to get in here. Get in here. Let them send out that notification for my friends. We're just chilling out on this Saturday. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Who do I got in here? I see somebody coming in. They coming in. Hey, Rose T. How are you, baby? I'm from the bedside, y'all. Nista is tired. Okay? It's from the bedside. Nista is tired. Okay? What's going on? How are you this Saturday? I can't believe it's Saturday already. Time is just moving so fast. Like, time is moving so fast, it makes no sense. Let me turn this Wi-Fi off. Kind of weird when the Wi-Fi is on. But how are you, Rose T? I'm glad to see you in the building. I wanted to come on here and give you guys some motivation. There's so much going on. Got a 3-day weekend. It is Veterans Day, but you know what? I'm not sure. I noticed that, and I was about to set up a meeting at work, and I realized, I said, wait, Monday is Veterans Day. I don't know if we're open or not, and that's crazy, because I don't check the schedule or nothing like that. In my head, I'm just off on Saturday and Sunday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, like, you know. Hello, Lisa from Russia. How are you, Lisa? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I realized the 11th was Veterans Day. So I'm hoping that we are not working, but we are a nonprofit that I don't know, because Veterans Day might be a day that we're open and they're doing different things. But in any case, I just wanted to get on here because I have not been on here with you guys. I dropped a couple shorts and different things like that, but I haven't seen you. And so much has happened over the week. So much has happened over the week. So much. We had, you know, I went away on vacation. I came right back on, what was that, Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember what day I came back. That's how crazy it is. And then I went straight, hi, Auntie Din Din. And then I went straight off to work on business travel. We had the election, you know, life happened to so many different people. So I'm like, you know what? Now that everything is settled, I got me a good night's rest. Even in the midst of all that, I even took out time to go see my good friend Ange. And now I'm home and I'm relaxed. And I just want to talk about gratefulness. I'm just grateful. You know, things might not always turn out the way we would like them to turn out, but I'm grateful. Why? Because my hope is not built on nothing man-made. My hope is not built on nothing man-made. Now, I'll allow my flesh to feel however it needs to feel, because we go through emotions, we go through ups and downs, and that's just the way life is. But if you realize who you really are on the inside and realize that you are more than just this mere flesh that's dying every day, because if you look at yourself, you'll see that you're dying every day. But if you realize that there is a soul inside of you that has to go somewhere when this dies off, then you realize that your hope can't be on man. You can't make decisions based off of man-made promises. I thank God that I don't make decisions based off of man-made promises. But the decisions that I make now in life, I make them based off of what my soul says I should do. You see what I'm saying? And when I do things that are against what my soul is in agreement with, I start to grieve. I start to have, I feel drained. I feel negative. I start to have more aches and pains in my body. I start to experience worry, frustration. You start to do things, to other people that you shouldn't do to them. When you do things based off of your flesh, then you will start to do things that are not right. You see what I'm saying? You really will. You are half white because you have I'm half white. I know I'm white hair and I'm black hair. Oh my goodness. I'm multiracial. And in all actuality, we all are actually. It doesn't even matter. We all are. But just to go back to what I was saying, when you do things in the flesh, that's where turmoil comes from. That's where destruction comes from. That's where death comes from. That's where sadness, depression, defeat, that's where all those things come from when you operate in the flesh. And I thank God that I allowed myself to feel sad for a moment. I allowed myself to feel angry for a second. I allowed myself and decided to allow myself to be melancholy for a moment. But then I realized who I was and the God I serve. And I took all of those emotions and all those feelings and this flesh that was experiencing those feelings, and I brought them up under the authority of God. And when I did that, I realized that I am more mature now in this stage of my life than I've ever been, because I'm able to recognize wrong from right from wrong. I'm able to recognize when I am in a place that's not good for me. I'm able to recognize if I'm doing things to offend or hurt the people that I love, or even just God's people in general. And I'm able to feel it, recognize it, point it out, and then check myself. And that's where we have to get to a place where we have to be okay with the people that are not willing to check themselves. Because our hope is not built on anything in this world. So you never question your level of maturity in difficult situations. If you found yourself able to handle things better than others, if you found yourself able to communicate better than others, if you found yourself able to turn the cheek, if you found yourself in that place, then you should be grateful to God, because that's not something that the world can give you. That type of maturity, that's not of this world. I'm going to tell you what the world will have you doing. The world will have you making hasty decisions based off of broken promises. The world will have you making decisions based off of money, based off of religion, based off of popularity, based off of greed, based off of jealousy, based off of depression, based off of defeat, based off of race, based off of all these different things. See, the world will have you doing that kind of stuff. But when you realize that your hope is built on nothing that this world has to offer, you will start to make decisions that are good for the soul. Okay? You will start to make decisions that are good for the soul. You will start to realize, like, you know what? Evil has to be put on a timeout. Look at that. I just love that little timeout button. But yeah, evil is going to lurk. And if you haven't noticed it in this past week, there are more people around you that are not for you than you thought. I'm going to say it again. This past week, you will realize that there are more people around you that are not for you than you thought. They're not for you. You don't share the same views. You don't share the same perspectives. And that's okay. But you have to be mindful of how close you allow them into your space. You have to be. Because at the end of the day, when the ish hits the fan, will they choose you, or will they choose what's best for them? You have to think about that. And my whole thing is, when are we going to get back to things having purpose? When are we going to get back to things having a sense of value? And I ain't talking about monetary value. That's where the world get it messed up. The monetary value in a person's mind right now is ridiculous. And I really feel like that's why we're going in the direction that we're going in, because we're just thinking about monetary value. And that's okay. If you just living for today and you living for another dollar, and that's how you, it's fine. But let me tell you something. You can't take nothing to the grave. And each of us are closer to the grave each and every day. So if you are trying to get more money to sit on, you made the right decision. You're doing the right things for you. But it is time for us to elevate, and it's time for us to experience the life that we have, because you are not promised to wake up tomorrow. So stop wasting time on things that are trivial and that are a waste. Stop waking up looking for mischief to get into. Stop waking up looking for some drama to get into. Stop waking up looking for somebody's life to make miserable. Stop waking up looking for the next person or the next victim. Stop waking up looking to destroy, because one day you're not going to wake up down here, but you're going to wake up somewhere else, and you're going to have to answer for all of the things that you decided to do that wasn't right. And it's funny how we can continue to do wrong, do people wrong, do wrong in situations, think wrong, spew wrongness. And then we want all these good things to happen to us. You want to prosper, but you plant seeds of destruction all over the place. And you look out in this world, because your hope is built on the things that you see in this world. And you think that you're doing the right thing because you think people are winning that are doing that. Well, you are sadly mistaken, because that's a different war. And that war is a superficial war. It's another war that's brewing. And that if you don't get your head in the game and realize what war is really going on, you are going to get lost in the shuffle. You are going to get trampled. You are going to get cast away. And you don't want that. So you got to think deeper. It's hard for me to be around people that are surface thinkers. I'm telling you, it's hard for me to be around people that just are surface thinkers, that just think about today. They look at their bank account and they see what's in it right now. They look in the mirror and they see what they look like right now. It's hard for me to even relate to people that are in that mindset. You see what I'm saying? It's hard. It's so hard. Because we are all struggling in some area. We are all struggling in some area. We are all going through something right now in this life. And the decisions that we make, no matter what country you live in, no matter what country, okay? The decisions that you make affect the entire human population. Oh, yes, they do. Because one thing you do has a ripple effect, and it affects somebody else, and it affects somebody else, and it affects somebody else, and it affects somebody else. But we are just superficial thinkers. And we don't even realize that. Do you know that over this week, I was in such shambles, and I really had to sit back and pray and get myself together, because it made me side-eye everybody around me. I was side-eyeing all over the place, because I don't make decisions based off of one person being the best, or one person being the person that does not lie, or the one person that, no, that's not how I operate. You know how I operate? I operate off of Lord, and whoever your God is, be thankful for him. Lord, help me to make the best decision. Please. I know it's sin all around, and that's what people need to realize. We're not given perfect choices. So people need to start acting like they're giving perfect. We're not giving perfect choices, because nothing's perfect on this earth. Nothing is perfect. So we can't be given a perfect choice, and we can't give perfect choices. So let's get past that, okay? Everybody is human, and everybody is guilty of so many different things. But look into the character of a person. Look into the character of a person. I cannot choose and be among someone or even people, friends, family, that aren't able to accept when they're wrong and apologize. I'm talking about people right now. The stuff that the way we think is so, I can't. But I know why it's that way, because I asked God to show me things in the spirit. That's what it is. I have to remind myself every day. See, some people think being a Christian or a Muslim or whoever you are, they think you have it all together. No, it's a journey in every sense of religion and spirituality. You're in the flesh, so you're going to struggle with things every day, no matter what you believe in. But I do believe that every book, and I'm going to say every book, and I'm Christian, but I respect the Muslims. I respect the Jewish faith. I respect the listen, denominations. I respect them all, Buddhists, everybody. I do know that in our books, they talk about peace, and we're supposed to find something greater than us when we decide to make decisions. And we're supposed to seek wise counsel. Wise counsel. Wise counsel. We're not saying anybody's perfect, but try to seek wise counsel. Look at the character of a person. Choose according to what you have studied and found out for yourself, not what's been pushed on you. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. And I'm not saying one person is better than the other, but I'm gonna say one person was better for the people than the other. I didn't say one person was better for the finances. I didn't say one person was better for democracy. I didn't say one person was better for economy. One person was better for people, for human beings, life. That's what I'm saying. One person was better for life. People that are living right now. Not perfect. I didn't say that we had to pick between two Jesuses. Okay? Ain't nobody say that. We know what we dealing with. Nobody's in denial about that. But I can't wrap my head around. But like I said in my short, and I'm going to end this because I can go on all day. Like I said in my short, I know a man who sits high and looks low. He has a cattle on 1,000 hills or more. He holds the world in his hand. He keeps it turning on the axis that it turns on. He makes sure that the sun comes up every day. It goes down, and in the place of it, the moon shines to light up the dark sky. And the stars are the moon's assistant to keep us able to see what's going on around us in the darkest of days. The seasons change because of him. The flowers bloom and then they die at a certain time. The leaves change colors because he set all this up in the beginning. Children come into this world the way they are supposed to, when they're supposed to. He is in control of the heavens and the earth. I thank God that I have educated myself to know permissive will and perfect will are two totally different things. This week, there was a lot of permissive will because God will give you what you ask for if you keep asking for it. I'm going to say something. I know the difference between permissive will and perfect will. God will give you what you ask for if you continue to ask for it. God bless your daughter, Wi-Fi X. God bless your daughter, Lily. And that is permissive will. A lot of us are living on permissive will, and the permissive will has not killed us because we're relying on grace and mercy. That's a whole different ball game. I try not to go there in this channel. But just know there is a permissive will. And all of us have experienced permissive will. But let me tell you, permissive will and grace is not a combo pack. Please do not think that permissive will and grace and mercy is like a two-piece and a biscuit. You cannot get it at Popeyes for $6.99. I'm sorry. The Word of God says, "Do not frustrate His grace." I need you to Google all these things because I'm not a Bible teacher and I'm not a preacher. I just know Him for myself. Permissive will is not. It does not come with grace and mercy. Grace and mercy is given out at His will. Oh yes, permissive will means He will allow you to do certain things if you continue to say that's the direction you want to go in. Okay, my child. You've all spoken. Boom, here's my permissive will. Perfect will is when you ask and you seek wise counsel. And you seek this counsel through the Spirit. And like I said, I'm Christian, but you may be Muslim. You may be Buddhist. I'm talking to all my people of faith. If you made a decision after seeking wise counsel, your belief system should be your wise counsel. If you really went into your books, you will see that the decisions that were made are contrary to what's in the book. But I know a King of Kings and a Lord of Lords. I know that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess who is Lord and Savior. I know who controls the heavens and the earth. I will allow myself to be melancholy for just a moment, because that's what I was. I was melancholy for a moment. I am allowed to be that even if I'm Christian. And that's another thing. My Christian sisters and brothers, don't let people make you think that you should not be weary or melancholy because of what happened. That's a lie from the pit of hell. You are allowed to be sad, upset, depressed, feeling a little defeated based off of your decision. Because you are a human being. And He told us He's going to feel things. So you allow yourself to feel. Okay? Hey, James. But once you are done feeling, congratulations, Mike. Once you are done feeling, okay, you bring that thing up under the authority of whatever God you serve. And then you realize that you are just going through something to get stronger for the next place that you are about to go. I said you go through that thing and you bring it up under the authority of the word that you read and the God that you serve. And then you take it to the next level. Because let me tell you something, your race is not over. This was a man-made race. That's why my hope is not built on nothing. Google it. This was a man-made race. Permissive will was given. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I need you to understand. Permissive will was given. Because people need to understand that when we all come together and we all want certain things a certain way, God will give you what you ask for. So the permissive will was given. Absolutely. And I congratulate you, because I do believe that you reap what you sow. So you sowed it, now you shall reap it. And I will continue to fight the good fight of faith. I will continue to go to work. I will continue to praise the Lord. I will continue to get on here and talk to you guys about my good days and my bad days. And I'm just going to pray for grace and mercy now. Because the funny thing is, too, you have to remember that we are all affected. That's another thing, too. So remember that even though you may have made a decision based off of some worldly possession or whatever you thought the promise would be, I stand on nothing but the promises of God. I didn't stand on the promises of her or him. I stand on the promises of God. And God told me to judge a person by the character, by their character. I didn't say neither one of them was Jesus, but I looked at the character and I saw a prosecutor and a criminal. I'm gonna end on that. I love y'all. I'm gonna end on that. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.